Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you very much for being here today. I'm excited to share with you a flip through of my daily journal. This is the Hobonichi Techo, and this is the full year version. And let's get right into it. So, I've already removed the cover because I wanted to use the cover for this year's journal. So I've already removed the cover. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I might apply a plastic one after, but at this moment I don't think I will. I've added some stickers here on the front, and this one is from Courtney Diaz, and yeah, just to kind of greet me in the front. This one here is ByBun and La Dolce Vita. I was originally using this section here to document the fountain pen inks I used throughout the year, and I don't think I continued it, but I think it's a really nice way to keep track, especially if I'm looking through. So let's say January 5th and 6th I used those. Oh, I don't think so. My thought was I would write the fountain pen color that I used and write it on here, but it looks like it doesn't correspond, so I suppose I used this chart to keep track of when I changed my fountain pen inks, maybe. Let's see, January 22nd. This is very interesting to do it with you kind of live. See if this system actually worked. So the 22nd, well, yes, I guess in a way, this green one here. So if I look back at my journal entries and I say, oh, what's this ink color? I can refer back to this page. Robert Oster Cafe Crema. So that's my thought behind that. But it looks like it didn't really work out. But yeah, so far for this year, I haven't really done that. But I do like that idea because I do look back at my journal pages and sometimes I see some fountain pen inks, and I think to myself, oh, that's such a nice color. So I may do that if I remember to do that. Like for example, these ones here, 2 different ink colors, and I think it would be nice to reference them in that part of the journal. So I did that for a bit. I don't think I continued it for the rest of the year. I probably only did till May. Curious to know, what do you keep track on these pages? Another idea is to keep track of birthdays or anniversaries or special events. Sorry, so I was talking about the monthly section where I keep track of the just basic health things. I used to keep track of like the steps, and if I took some, I don't know, if I took some medications like Advil, and then later on in the year it kind of dwindled down, and I think I might continue with that health, just keeping track of minimal health stuff. My goal is to sleep by 11, which is not really, well, maybe 11:30, but I think I want to keep track of some goals of the month. And yes, my steps I think would be nice. No eating after 8. It fell through once I went back to Canada and I came back. I'm definitely snacking on the snacks that I brought back from Canada. But once those are finished, I want to go back to no snacking or eating after 8 p.m., which is so difficult because the evening times is when, we watch movies. I watch movies with my husband, and then that's, I want to snack on something. Turning the page to a new year, nothing on here except for some stickers. My daughter decided to help me journal a little bit and applied some stickers here. All right, so let's get into January the 1st. Happy New Year. It looks like I did a lot of coloring with pencil crayon there. Oh yeah, I did a lot here with pencil crayon. And I did a lot of more quotes, I know, in the beginning of the year. I can't believe I was already set with my planner and journal set up. This year it's February and I'm still up in the air in terms of my kids' journal. I was journaling in the Hobonichi weeks for my kids last year, but the second part, oh, you can definitely see that here. Like the second half, it's not really filled in. The first half was pretty good. You can see that it's nice. I've, tipped in some photos and things, but the second half I just didn't journal that much in my kids' journal. And what I mean by kids' journal is that sometimes I want to write directly to them, and I want to write about things that happened or things that they said. And I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I really liked the Hobonichi weeks format. It was a week on 2 pages, so I can, I don't have to write on this specific day this happened, but that option is also there. For example, like maybe she lost a tooth on this day, so I'll write that down, but maybe I want to write a big block section for my kids. And so the weeks was working great, and it looks like I did a bit of journaling there in the back as well. But yeah, so I got the Mega Weeks. I'll probably have to do a separate video. But anyways, so yeah, I haven't really set that up for this year yet. And a lot more doodles, which is really nice to see. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Oh yes, the Linda Berry. Oh, I want to get back into that journal, or that her book is very inspiring, and it really makes me want to doodle like small little fun things. It's snowing. Oh my goodness, that's so nice to see that. I even drew a picture of my kids, which is so nice to. Oh, see, this is like Linda Berry inspired these little doodles and things. Looks like I did a lot of the Hobonichi challenge in here as well. A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Yeah, it's nice to see. Oh, Shake Shack. Like I said, a lot of these elements are from Courtney Diaz, and I think there's some from Emily Kariya in here. And probably Pocket Journal Pam is in here as well. Yes, so I'll flip through Erin Ware as well. So let me quickly go through some of these, because I think it's going to take way too long at this pace that I'm going. Slow but steady wins the race. I need to get back into walking again. After coming back from Canada, I just... yeah, I really need to get back into. Oh yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know if I talked about this. The pin the tail on the donkey kind of game, where you blindfold and then you try and pin the tail on the donkey. But in Japan, it's common during the New Year season to have something like that, but with a face. So you have a cutout face, then you have cutout eyes, eyebrows, and nose, mouth, and you try and piece them onto the face. But you just kind of sit down and do it this way. Which is fun. I had no idea that they did that. Ozark. Little pieces of artwork from my kids. Oh, it looks like I'm doing a lot of walking. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. Yes. Oh, this Wordle thing. I don't know. Are you still playing Wordle? I'm curious to know. Setsubun, this season is coming up again soon. This in February. This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. And some pieces of artwork. This is from Courtney. I printed on tracing paper and I've tipped them in. Oh, I really, really like the effect of that. No one has ever made a difference by being like everyone else. more of this. Oh, this is like a double tip-in. That's so cute. Let me bring that closer to you so that you can see the double tip-in there. Oh, that's nice. Journaling is like sorry, I'm reading it through the camera here. Journaling is like whispering to one's self and listening at the same time. My son was into the Rubik's Cube. Looks like we had another snow day. Art is never finished, only abandoned. More of these tracing paper tip-ins. A winner is a loser who tried one more time. Yes. It looks like I used this quote again. No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. Oh, Traveler's Factory. Oh, it's good to see that the Starbucks Sakura came out in February. I have to remember that because I'm always near the end and I kind of forget that the Starbucks Sakura is already out. Although lately I feel like I'm not really into the sweet drinks anymore. I've removed sugar from my coffee in the mornings, and so I'm not really into that, into the sweet drinks. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Yeah, there's still some blank pages. I really need to doodle more. I'm looking at this and it's making me feel like I should doodle, even if it's just like simple doodles like this and then just a little bit of writing. And oh, I really like this page. Just looking at it is a lot of fun. You're only given one little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. Some of my daughter's drawings, so cute. And some swatches from the fountain pen inks and the sketchbook revival. I participated in that. I just want some quiet time. It looks like I really I just wanted to scribble out some things. I think it's okay for me anyways. I enjoy seeing that there were difficult times and easy times, and just like simple, like it probably took me really quick, just a couple minutes to write this. It reminds me that, you know, there were days, a lot of days where I just couldn't do anything, but and sometimes I think even if it was like a blank page and I think there was a little entry in the back here somewhere where it says, "Oh, just too tired." I think that's okay too. You don't have to always journal about, you know, rainbows and unicorns. And for me, in my journal, it's important to write those days as well, the ups and downs. I need to get back into these tracing paper elements. They're just so pretty because it adds a lot of color to the page, but at the same time you can still journal in the back, and it really doesn't add much bulk because it's so thin. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving these doodles. I need to bring back the pencil crayons. My daughter has taken she's taken a lot of the pencil crayons, and she uses them in her daily journal. She does a daily journal as well, like it's called an eniki, and she draws and does a journal entry every day. Well, the adult has to write, but she does the drawing part, and so she's taken a lot of my pencil crayons. Oh yeah, I still have this issue where I have like I break out near the bottom where the mask hits, and yeah. Found this in my 5-year. Don't be afraid of the solitude that comes from raising your standards. Oh, that's a really good reminder. Looks like we were able to go camping starting April. Oh, this was a really beautiful, we saw the koinobori, the fish, right under the Tokyo Tower. And it looks like I'm still doing the Hobonichi challenge here and there. This was a nice time. We had some chopsticks and we were fishing for crab. I don't know how you would say that, but we were, of course, we released them back, but that was a really nice experience. I think this is probably Golden Week, maybe. There's something called Golden Week holidays, and well, this one is Ameru. I was supporting her on Patreon for a bit, and so I printed some of her artwork, and so you might see her stuff as well throughout the journal. These small ones you might see trickled throughout are from the stationery selection. I did some printables. Sometimes I do it for the monthly boxes. It depends on the month, and then some of them are like a bonus free printable, but you can also download them as well. I'll leave a link down below. This is from Petra. This is Job, from Job's journal. I need to remember to link everyone down below. Oh, I remember more of these, like what are these called? The washi tape, the meatball washi tape. I still have a bit left that I'm kind of keeping, but I need to remember to take them out so that I can use them in my journals. Yeah, I like the first half of the year. Like, I did a lot more doodling, and I'm doing less and less as the year goes by. Oh, this is when we went to Kawagoe. If you're new here, and I'm not sure if you know, but I have been keeping a well, my friends and I have been keeping, oh, this is not the one. I thought this was the travel food journal, but we've been keeping a travel food journal, and we go to different restaurants every month to visit, to travel around the world. We last went to Yokohama, and meeting with Carol. Yes, so we went to Yokohama and celebrated we went to see the celebration of the lunar Chinese New Year, and next month I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we've been keeping an accordion style journal, and this is not it, but yeah, so this is like my knitting journal, which is quite full, and I did catch up on it a little bit, but that's going to have to be a separate thing. You're here for the Hobonichi, so yeah, you can see my doodles are getting less and less as the year goes. This is another one of those tracing paper ones, but I think I glued it down. I'm thinking during the summertime I'm doing like, I don't want to sit in this corner, my journal corner, because it's just so hot here. The air doesn't travel to this part of the living room, so that's probably why I'm doing less and less doodling. Oh, my hair is so short there. I need to get my hair cut again. More doodling, which is nice to see, but they're less vibrant. I feel like maybe with these ones I kind of added like I would go in afterwards with some pencil crayon to add some depth to the, yeah, I think I would go back after, once the watercolor was dry, I would go back and kind of add some more depth to the relaxing. I still haven't done this, finished this, but at least I did a doodle, and I wrote a little thing on this post-its there. Oh, that's so funny to see, because I did one here recently. I think I must have printed it double, and that's why I put it in my journal here. It's exactly the same picture. And I not carved, but I cut out. There was a phone call, so I think I got cut. But anyways, it's the same exact picture there, which is kind of funny to see. Oh, I am totally into yarn. I think I got really into it this past summer, and hence this yarn journal. I think I want to start a making journal. I think that's what they call it, and I think that would be very fun to... I want to finish this one. I'm almost finished, but the next one I think I want to do like a making journal and kind of keep track of the different projects that I want to do as well. Oh yeah, we finally watched the Minions movie. That's the second time the kids have ever watched or have ever gone to the theater, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, my doodles are becoming less and less. That makes me a little sad, but obsessed. Yeah. I want to get back into the doodles. It's very inspiring to see the first half of this journal. We went to the river for some fun water play, and then the science center. The knit along with Hohi. If you are into knitting and like Fiverr stuff, I have a separate channel for that. I think I will share a bit of my knitting journal here, but I will do more when I have the time. I will do more on that channel over there as well. Yeah, lots of empty spaces here and there. More of like Ame and her lovely illustrations. And of course the travel journal by Abbey. So I was very disappointed with this poutine here in Japan, and finally I was able to have a little bit better poutine in Canada when I visited. It's probably not the same as the poutine in Montreal, but yes, so I'm kind of flying through here. If there's something that catches your attention and you have some questions, please don't hesitate to ask. My daughter actually ate the whole curry plate. I don't know where it goes because she's this tiny little girl and she eats more than me sometimes. Just some packaging from food from 7-Eleven convenience store. Looks like it's starting to get cold in October, which is interesting. My husband made some donuts, or like homemade Timbits, I guess you can say. He just deep fried some pancake batter. This is Erin Ware. Camping. Oh yeah, we wanted to try like autumn camping. So not right in the summer, but more in the cooler temperatures, and that was quite nice. It gets quite cold in the winter, in the nighttime, but very doable. Oh yeah, so this is part of the travel journaling with the girls that we do. This one we went for Vietnamese subs. It was so good. I still haven't documented that in my travel journal, but yeah, I'm quite behind with that journaling. This was so cool. We got to see the All Blacks rugby team play. My husband got some tickets, and the pen show. I'm learning so much from just flipping through here. This year I'm going to make a list of what I want to buy and make sure that I have cash with me because some of the places didn't accept cash. Stranger Things marathon. Oh, this is my first Tokyo yarn crawl that I participated in. I finished the cowl, which is so soft and warm. This is also another printable from the stationery selection that I worked on. that's her Iniki, her daily diary. It's one of those Marumam sketchbooks. My son made this little drawing or doodle on some tissue paper, and he said, "Mommy, this is for you. I want you to put it in your journal." So here it is. This was a beautiful bakery. It's close to one of the Tokyo yarn crawl areas we were visiting, and this bakery was close by, and it was so good. Oh yes, we went to the Bungu Joshi Haku, and so I did a spread with Rainbowholic. I purchased some items from her shop there at Bungu Joshi. A lot of these spreads, not a lot, some of the spreads that you see in this journal, I've done some journal with me sessions. So if you wanted to see more of a slower paced journal with me, I have those up on my channel. And I think in the beginning of this last year, I also did like monthly flip throughs. So if you want to hear more of like me talking through the different pages, there's that as well. Looks like I'm into December. I think December always I have this issue with the hump, so then I end up kind of grabbing a section and like pulling it back. Then it's more like a flat surface or an even surface. But just be careful you don't really break the spine there when that happens. But yeah, December is always a difficult month where there's that big hump and it makes it difficult to journal. Oh, this was a nice spread with all the different stitch markers and things that I purchased. The row counter too, for my knitting hobby. Oh, I'm really liking this one. My daughter took a picture of me. We were playing dress up and she put these neon earrings on me, and it was really nice to see. This is part of the Junk Journal January challenge that I was part of with Make Journals. And oh, Diana sent me this lovely quote about knitting, and so I had to write that in there. Some happy mail that I just kind of stuck in. Still working on this anthology throw. Yeah, so it looks like that, and then I ended up going to Canada at the end of the year, so a lot of this poly is blank. But that's it. I don't have anything else. Sometimes I might rip out some of these pages in the back and use them in my other journals. So you might see me bringing this back once in a while, but that's the flip through. Like I said, if you have any questions about a certain spread that you see, or if you like to see or if you want to see the flip throughs of the previous months, I've done, I think, some of them in the past. I will, if I remember to, I will put the playlists down below. But alright, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this flip through of my Hobonichi. I might keep it here for a little bit longer. Like I said, I might rip out some of these pages in the back that I'm not using to use them in my other journals. But I hope that was fun, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.